Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be talking about IGCSE biology and the topic of respiration and gas exchange. So, two types of respiration, and one is aerobic, aerobic respiration, and anaerobic respiration. Now, what this means is aerobic respiration means with oxygen. So respiration with oxygen. So respiration respire with oxygen. So it means when you respire with oxygen. With oxygen. So I'll just write with oxygen instead. So it means when you respire with oxygen. So with oxygen. With what? So with oxygen. Well, and anaerobic respiration is without oxygen. So without respiration. Sorry, without oxygen. So these are the main concepts. Aerobic respiration means with oxygen, and then anaerobic respiration means without oxygen. What about without respiration? Sorry, I meant without oxygen. Without oxygen. So this is without oxygen, this is with oxygen. So now, the thing to remember about gas exchange is that gas exchange, you breathe in oxygen, so what you do is when you take in oxygen, take in oxygen, O2 for short, and then you breathe out, breathe out CO2, which is carbon dioxide. So when you do respiration, what you do is you basically take in O2 and then you breathe out CO2. And and then the most important chemical formula to know in this topic is the chemical formula for glucose. And the chemical formula for glucose is C6H12O6. And that means there's 6 molecules of carbon, 12 molecules of hydrogen, and 6 molecules of oxygen. So this is the glucose chemical formula. The glucose chemical formula. CS stands for chemical formula. So that being said, what we need is now to talk about the lungs. And then we talk about the lungs. And the lungs are a fundamental part of our body. If we don't have lungs, then we can't carry out a gas exchange and we will die. And the different parts of the lungs, well, Actually, it starts. Actually, part of the lungs is the thorax. So the thorax. Whoops. The thorax is what the lungs are. So the lungs is also the thorax is the part that the lungs is in, which is an airtight place. The thorax, and that is the rib, which protects the lungs. So it's like a cage. So it's called a rib cage as well because as I said, it protects the lungs like a cage. So it's rib cage or rib. S on the end, so ribs. Apart from ribs, there's another organ important. There's a left lung and a right lung. And these two have main differences. The right lung is bigger than the left lung because it shares a space with the heart. So the right lung is bigger than the left. Right lung is bigger than the left. Right lung, there's a right lung. And a left lung. So, here's the important thing to remember. The right lung so the right lung is important. Lung okay, so the right lung, sorry, there. So I will text that in big letters because it's an important part. The right lung is bigger than the left because it shares a space with the heart. So right lung shares a space with the heart, so it's bigger. The right lung shares the space. So yeah, the right lung is bigger than the left. And the only reason for this is because it shares a space. Shares space with heart. So shares space with heart. So this is the heart. The shares space with the heart. This is what's bigger. The heart. So this is the heart. Okay, now we talk about the other parts of the respiratory system. Parts of the respiratory system. Right. So. Okay. So. The main parts of the respiratory system include. Right. So. First of all, the windpipe leading from your mouth, linking nose and mouth to the lungs is called the trachea, So the trachea, Trachea, trachea. So some of the bits are the trachea. Which links your nose and mouth to the lungs. Then there is the cartilage, which stops the ribs from collapsing. Cartilage. Then there is the bronchioles, which are tiny, which are the bronchus, which it's like a tree that divides into two bronchiole, one to each lung. So bronchus leads to a bronchiole. Then it's a bronchiole, bronchiole, and then there's the bronchioles, which are the small little sacs. So there's the bronchioles, and then the bronchiole, bronchiole, whatever they call it. And then bronchioles, and then this is alveoli, which is where most of the gas exchange takes place. So, and then move on to the right lung and left lung. And the abdomen, which is called the chest. And there's a diaphragm, diaphragm, which aids in respiration. So now I'm going to give you the chemical formula for aerobic respiration. So now we'll talk more about anaerobic respiration and then aerobic respiration. So we'll talk more about anaerobic respiration. Oh. Sorry. So anaerobic respiration. So now, first up, the chemical formula is C6H12O6, which I think you should know, which is the chemical formula for glucose. I'll write out the words first. So it's a glucose. So it's text. So better. I want it pink. So I need this in color. Pink. Okay, good. So glucose gives lactic acid plus energy. So yeah, this is the formula for aerobic respiration. Glucose gives lactic acid plus energy. So the chemical formula is C6H12O6 gives C3H6O3, which is lactic acid plus energy. So this is basically the chemical formula for anaerobic respiration. Now, many of you may be asking, hey, how about aerobic respiration? So, now we talk about aerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration. Oopsie. Okay, good. Stop spinning it around. Move it up. Not move it around. Okay, good. So. Okay, good. Alright, good. So, aerobic. Hold on. Maybe we write the whole thing actually. Alright, so aerobic respiration. Right. So, as I said, it means respiration with oxygen. So it's respiration with oxygen. This is a very important bit. So I urge you to remember this. Respiration with oxygen. That is what aerobic respiration is. So yes, you have to remember that. Okay. So aerobic respiration is when you take in oxygen and breathe out. Out carbon I might as well give you the terms here, so you know what I'm talking about. See, I might as well give you the terms. Think to know. So, right, you take in O2 and breathe out, as I said in the first page of this document. Take out, or should I say breathe out, CO2, which is carbon dioxide. Another important bit that you have to remember for the upcoming test, so I'll highlight this bit as well. There we go. So do you remember that? So what you need is oxygen, glucose plus glucose, plus glucose gives carbon dioxide plus energy. And then next slide we'll talk about what energy is needed for. So yes, here, oxygen plus glucose gives carbon dioxide plus energy. And carbon dioxide is a gas that we breathe out, right here. And oxygen is the gas that we breathe in. And now we'll talk more about energy and why energy is important. Now, this is more like physical biology now. Talk about this of energy. This is basically intended to physics, but so yeah, energy. Whoa, what happened? Right. So, sorry. Energy. The different types of energy, but the energy that is used in aerobic respiration, that is used up the most in aerobic respiration, is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. Because it uses heat, so kinetic energy. So kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. Alright, so I hope that was helpful to you, and hopefully that taught you a lot. Do watch this video when it's up there. So yeah, I do hope to see you guys very soon.